So there was a 28-page document that got leaked, and it turns out the document was written in 2003 by George W. Bush. The document also says that it was Saudi Arabia who planned 9/11, or was at least more involved in 9/11 than Pakistan, India, Iraq, or Afghanistan, the countries that we targeted. Now, what I find interesting is that Saudi Arabia was one of the countries that we were allies with all throughout the Bush era, as well as the country, and the king of Saudi Arabia is the person that we made one of the richest people in the world. Now, this in itself is just normal corrupt politician crap, put on a higher level, mind you, but still not all that interesting. Well, actually, yeah, this is very interesting, and I will link in the description the 28pages.org, in which you can find out more about this, for those who are curious. What I find interesting, however, is the reaction I've heard from the mainstream media. What is that reaction? Well, allow me to imitate the mainstream media's reaction. I'll still start in about 10 seconds. Just give me a sec. Yep, that was their reaction, not saying anything about it. I didn't even hear about this until I saw it on an ad on a website, and even then I barely read the thing because I just zoned it out. It wasn't until just today when I saw it on Twitter that I actually knew about this. So basically, the mainstream media is trying to hide what was once hidden. The problem is, it's no longer hidden. Oops. That is just so odd. Well, no, it's not odd, because they want us to vote for corrupt politicians. The RNC, the Republican National Convention, is going on right now. This document was linked about a week before the Republican National Convention started. 1 week. Oops. And, the thing that I find the most interesting about this, though, is that anyone was really surprised by it. I mean, you shouldn't be surprised that not only was George W. Bush a corrupt person, heck, I'm not surprised by it, and I wasn't even politically aware throughout his administration. But also the fact that people are surprised that the mainstream media is trying to cover it up. The mainstream media has been trying to keep as little actual news into what they're saying for a long time now, because they're worried that people will start taking sides. They're worried that, people will end up disagreeing with them, that and one of the main goals of mainstream media is to keep you coming back. And when you hear an echo chamber that you're a part of, you want to keep coming back. That's just a fact. Now, do I disagree with that? Yes. Am I guilty of it? Oh, heck yeah. But it's how it works, and that's how the media's been working for a long time now. And people have been complaining about the media for a long time, and the answer is not to get rid of the media, it's to build a new media. We need a media revolution, basically. And these 28 pages are what I'm hoping will be the start of the media revolution, as I like to call it, where we overthrow the current mainstream media and replace it with people like me, people who aren't afraid to take sides, people who aren't afraid to anger their audience. And while there have been political commentators for a long time now, very few of them have been mainstream. I want to see a mainstream media that's full of opinions, and that isn't afraid to talk about corruption. And I'm hoping, again, these 28 pages will be where we can look back on this and sense the beginning of the media revolution. I'm Ephrom Joe, and good night.